Hello and welcome. Where are all of my August people? You guys, I am making this stone just for you. This is going to be made in Peridot, which is the birthstone for August. If this is your birthday month, I want you to leave me a comment down below saying it's me. You guys, I gave this stone 2 coats. No, I gave it 1 coat of black paint. I let it dry for a long time. I do all of my rocks in advance, put them up on the shelf, and then they are good and cured and ready. If you try to do it just right before you paint it, you're gonna run into a little problem if you make a mistake. If you try to wipe off a mistake, you might take that base coat with it. And I'm not willing to risk that, y'all, because I make a lot of mistakes. Now, I'm using my 4.5-inch DIY stencil that comes with the Mandala brainstorms that I made. You guys are welcome to go to my Etsy store and download one. They're very inexpensive and you can download one right now and they're super easy to make. I got a whole video on that, leaving all of the stuff you need for that down in the description, along with all the supplies you're gonna need for this project. I really just wanna get on to celebrating those August birthdays. So we've got our guidelines on here. I'm gonna pick out some green colors. This Peridot stone, I can't decide if I wanna go with a sagey like seafoam green or if there's a little bit of a lime green to it. You guys, it is such a bizarre color and I love it. So I'm gonna go with just a little bit of everything. I'm pulling out my Dragonfly glaze. You guys, I hope you love it. I hope you have a wonderful birthday month. Let's get painting. Now I'm going to be using this pastel green. It's from Arteza and it's a heavy body paint. Y'all, that just means it's really too thick for us to dot with. So all I'm going to use is this gloss pouring medium to thin it out to about the normal consistency that we're used to and then go from there. That's all I'm going to mix with it. I try to keep it about 50-50. And even though it looks like I'm stirring it really fast, I'm not. I'm trying so hard not to get a ton of bubbles in there. See how the peak just kind of melts back down into it? That's exactly the consistency I'm looking for. Now all I'm gonna do is take this dotting tool and my fine line brush and I'm gonna try to make cute little teardrops all the way around that big luscious center dot. My hope is that it'll look like a fancy little flower. Now I'm using my fine line brush to drag out the points of these teardrops. A lot of people use a fine tip stylus and that's just fine. But I have practiced with my fine line brush for so long that I have so much more control with it. And here lately, I've been using it because I thought to myself, who makes the rules on this? Why do I have to use a fine tip stylus if I'm better with my brush? So whatever you're better with, use it. Why not? You make the rules. It's your art. Okay, that flower came out really cute and I had a lot of fun using my brush with it. I'm gonna keep doing that, y'all. I like it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put a few of these Peridot Rhinestones on there so that I can get that color on the rock. That, and y'all know, I just like bling. But these rhinestones that I have all came in one compartment and they're all these different sizes. So I'm gonna take just a hot minute. I'm gonna separate them all out, but through the magic of editing, you won't have to wait very long. All right, those took quite a long time for me to sort out, you guys. I want to put one of these large 5.5 mm stones all the way around, but I fortunately counted first. There were only 8 included, so I'm going to do them every other one, and then we'll come back with a dot to go in the empty spots. Don't worry if that glue squishes out from underneath the rhinestone a little bit. You guys, it dries perfectly clear and you won't even notice. Now I'm going to be brave and use this medium Hauser green. I'm hoping that it gives this a little bit of contrast. I'm going to use the same tool that is the same size as those rhinestones, but you'll notice it's a little bit bigger because the paint is kind of squishing out from it, which makes it bigger than that. Now I'm going to use a smaller tool and the same paint to put a few little details in there. I'm going to be real careful not to smush those dots that we just made. Now that I'm looking at this, I like the design, but wouldn't it be pretty if we had a tiny little rhinestone in there? You guys, I'm going to use the smallest rhinestone and I'm going to stick it right to this wet paint. If your paint's already dry, just use some glue, just dab a tiny bit on a tiny dotting tool and then put your rhinestone right on top of it. When it comes to painting these things, nothing is ever permanent and you're totally allowed to change your mind. All right, let's go back into that pearl green, that pastel, and put some dots around the edges. I'll be centering this dot right in between our segments and I'm going to try to snuggle it right up to the dot or the rhinestone in the row before it. Now this is the fun part. I see lots of little gaps that are great for decorating. Let's take some of our Dragonfly glaze and put right in there. We're gonna just snug it right into that little spot. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just try not to touch the other dots. Alright, so I got out this cactus pearl color. It's so pretty in the bottle, but when I squirted it out here with all these other colors, I thought, that looks more like a green mixed with a blue, and I think I'm looking for a green mixed with a yellow. I don't know if that makes sense to y'all, but that's how I see it in my head, and I'm not very educated on the colors, so I just kind of have to go with that. Anyway, I saw this bottle of liquid pearls up on my shelf, and it looks really close to the color I wanted. So I'm going to put 2 dots of it between all the segments. I'm going to try really hard not to hit that Dragonfly glaze. And then I'm going to come back in with my fine point stylus. I'm going to drag these dots out. I just stick it down in the middle of the paint and I drag it all the way out. I'm trying to make big petals to go around all this. I think it's going to look really fancy. Don't worry if your points of these teardrops don't match up perfect or if some of them run together. No one's going to criticize that, y'all. They're going to be like, look at you go, this is beautiful. Don't point out all the little mistakes. When you're done, look at the big picture and it's going to be beautiful. All right, I'm going to come in with a big dot and I'm going to try to nestle it right in between those 2 teardrops there and keep it centered on that one segment line. While I'm doing this, I can't help but notice the same colored dots up front and think they need a top dot of that liquid pearl green color we were just using. So I'm going to do that real quick. All right, now let's nestle a little rhinestone right into all of our teardrop tails, like they're all holding it together, just so precise. I think it's going to be so pretty. Oh, I love that. Now I'm going to add a tiny little rhinestone between them. Oh my goodness, y'all, this is a tight squeeze. I feel like I'm playing that old game of Operation. It's almost fun. I know I'm going to touch these teardrops, but that's okay. I'm going to do it anyway. Now, maybe I'm getting carried away, which would not be outside of my character, but I'm going to walk the dots. No, I am going to walk the glue. No, I am going to walk the rhinestones. You guys, why not? This is going to be so much fun. Don't worry about getting them all in there perfect. They will slide around for a good minute before that glue dries. So you will have a second to come back and put them all in the perfect little walk in the dots order. Now let's walk it the other way with that pretty pastel green. I'm adding some big dots of that Dragonfly glaze to the edge. I am going to keep layering it on and then smoothing it out with a little tool until I feel like it's really good in covering that black paint. I know it's going to take a minute, but I think it's going to be worth it in the end. So I'm using my artist torch to pop some of these bubbles, and I accidentally burned one of my teardrops. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna try to just scrape that off and put another one on there. You guys be really careful with that artist torch. I have noticed it doesn't affect a lot of the paint. There's some colors and some paints that you will just ruin your artwork with. So be sure you know what you're doing on that. I absolutely didn't mean to touch those liquid pearls, but you know what? It happens, y'all. You just fix it and go on. It's going to be okay. Now I'm just filling in the rest with some very casual swooshes using my fine line brush. I'm still not really good at doing them, but you know what? The more we practice, the better we get. All right, so I want to top dot these Hauser green dots, and you know I love my black top dots. I know it causes controversy amongst all of y'all, but I love them. However, this did not work out. My green dots are not fully dry. They're dry enough that I'm going to be able to wipe this off just fine, but they're not dry enough to give me a good, smooth top dot. And I guess that's okay because I really didn't like the black top dot. It just took something away from this project. So I thought, well, let's try this pastel green. Same thing. It was a bloopy dot. I mean, it didn't look too bad, but that's not what I was looking for. So y'all, out of desperation, I did something weird. I took one dip of that medium Hauser green and I mixed it right into my remaining Dragonfly glaze. I stirred it up and made a top dot with it. I'm crossing my fingers that when it dries, it's a beautiful color and it doesn't change much because I really lucked out. I love the color and I think it looks good as a top dot. Y'all have to let me know what you think down in the comments. Okay, I'm going to keep using this color to go back in and fill some of the voids with cute little dots, and then I'm going to call it done. Oh my gosh, you guys, do you love this so much? Happy birthday, August. I don't know how this came out. Y'all, I am painting in about an 86-degree art room and it is hot. I hope you guys love this. I hope you have the best birthday ever. We are almost finished with a whole year worth of birthstones. I hope you watch the whole series, and I hope you keep it in mind for all the years to come. You can make birthday gifts for people you know or rocks for yourself. Oh my gosh, the possibilities are endless, you guys. I am loving this so much, so I want you to meet me back here in 1 month, and we'll do that September birthstone. Until then, I have a whole bunch of videos lined up to get us all the way to September. Check out this playlist right here and all of our birthstones. Until next time, rock on.